Happy Tokusatsu morning, everybody. My name is Jake. You might know me from the channel Dumb Jake, where I talk about toys, mostly Transformers. Recently, I've been getting really into this thing called tokusatsu. You might have heard of it. If you haven't, tokusatsu is this really cool genre of television and movies in Japan that uses a lot of practical effects and usually involves superheroes like Kamen Rider or the Super Sentai team, which you might know as the Power Rangers. Now, as a kid, I was never really into Power Rangers. In fact, I kinda didn't like it. I was born in '96, so by the time I was consciously aware of things around in the world, Power Rangers looked kinda dated to me, and I just preferred cartoons in general. Not to say I never liked any Power Ranger stuff. I did like the Dino Thunder show. I thought that was a really cool one, mostly because it had dinosaurs. But past that, I mean, I watched Ninja Storm, but I don't really remember anything from it. I was mostly a Dino Thunder kid, and that was it. So I kind of avoided Super Sentai. I kind of just assumed it was the same but Japanese, right? Obviously I knew the American actors weren't in it, but I kind of assumed it was just the same plot lines and stuff. Turns out that is not the case, and tokusatsu shows, Super Sentai, and Kamen Rider have a lot of depth to them, and there's just a lot of them. There's a lot of them to watch, man. There's different eras, there's different shows, there's Ultraman. I watched Ultraman Rising last year, and I love that movie. I haven't watched any of the actual Ultraman shows, so let me just go over what I have seen as a tokusatsu fan to show you how bad the brain rot is that I'm already making a new YouTube channel to talk about it. I've seen Gozyuger. I don't know. I say Gozyuger. I'm just reading it phonetically in my own tongue, but I think it's pronounced Gojuger, which is the newest Super Sentai series. Kamen Rider Gav, or Kamen Rider Gabu, which is the newest Kamen Rider series. Ultraman Rising, don't know if it counts. And Shin Kamen Rider. Four things tokusatsu. I mean, I've seen Godzilla. Godzilla technically counts as tokusatsu. I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying, what I'm talking about right now is the superhero stuff. I'm not really talking about the kaiju era of toku. Mostly talking about the superhero stuff. I mean, I'm not saying I'll never talk about Godzilla on this channel. It's very probable that I will at some point, but mostly I'm just talking about the superhero stuff. So, why a new channel? Why, Dumb Jake? You have almost 50k subscribers. Why are you making a new channel? Well, I did put out a Kamen Rider Gav video that you can watch on the channel if you haven't seen it already. And I was happy with that video, and I was mostly happy with the reception from it. Lots of awesome comments. I feel like I got a lot of new fans that are tokusatsu fans. But unfortunately, I think it's just a bit too out of the realm of my normal topics to talk about it alone. Usually on my videos, in case you've never watched me on my other channel, Dumb Jake, I do a lot of videos that are Transformers that are not Transformers. And I'll talk about, transforming toy lines that have nothing to do with the Transformers brand. And I'm definitely going to start including tokusatsu stuff in there. My next one that should be coming out this week, the same week this video comes out, Transformers That Are Not Transformers Volume 5, should have a Gozyuger section, where I'll talk about the show, and I'll talk about the Tega Sword, which I'll have to talk about the Tega Sword here on the channel at some point, because this has a funny story behind it. I'm probably going to be talking about that on, I am going to be talking about that in the next video. I wrote the script already. I'm going to be talking about it. But the Kamen Rider Gav video alone, I mean, a lot of people would be really happy with the amount of views, right? It's almost at 30k. That's a great number of views. I'm not sad. I'm a little sad. I'm a little sad. Because if you don't know, YouTube is my job. I need kind of higher view counts than that. And, it's not Kamen Rider Gav's fault. It's more the fault of how the algorithm works. Most people that are subscribed to my channel are subscribed for Transformers or Transformer-like toys. And they may not know Kamen Rider, may not be interested in Kamen Rider. So when I upload a video and my subscribers don't watch, that kind of negatively impacts it in the algorithm, and it takes longer to pick up. Now, I definitely will say I'm a little too numbers focused sometimes, but I do think it's probably just smarter to start from scratch on a new channel, develop a fan base over here that specifically wants tokusatsu stuff. Now, I called this channel Happy Tokus Day because I thought it was a funny pun, And my idea is that if I ever upload on here, it's going to be on a Tuesday. And that's not for any particular reason. Tokusday just worked best as a pun name, right? And puns are a big part of Japanese culture, which I think is interesting. They love doing puns over there. So, what are my plans for this channel? Now, as a new tokusatsu fan, I have a lot to catch up on. You might know this, but in case you don't, most seasons are 50 episodes long, and there's been approximately 50 years worth of tokusatsu, Kamen Rider, and Super Sentai shows, you know, not to mention Ultraman, Godzilla, all of them. You know, I've kind of got my work cut out for me. First videos I'm planning on making, though, are a first impressions video of Gozuger, specifically coming from someone who has never watched a Super Sentai show. I'm going to be doing that after episode 5 comes out, because I just wanted like 5 episodes to really sink my teeth into it. And when it comes to these shows, 50 episodes, 5 episodes of 50 episodes really is like a first impression, right? I don't think all the Rangers have like turned into Rangers yet in the show. So that's my plan for Gozuger right now. And then I also want to do a mid-season Kamen Rider Gav sort of video talking about my theories on what's going to happen next, talking about all the storylines going on. In my first Kamen Rider Gav video over on Dumb Jake, I talked about the first 7 episodes, and, you know, a lot has happened since the first 7 episodes of that show. I didn't even talk about Lakia in the video because he wasn't in the show yet, so there's just a lot to talk about. Those are my first 2 video ideas. I don't know where I'm gonna go from there. There's a bunch of shows I want to watch. For Super Sentai, I am very interested in watching Boon Boomger, which is the newest season. I've heard it's a very back to basics sort of thing. King Oger, and I'm also very interested in Lupin Ranger versus Patch Ranger, which is sort of like Cops and Robbers but Power Rangers, which is a really cool pitch anyway. So I'm definitely interested in checking that one out. As for Kamen Rider, I'm interested in watching Geats, Gotchard, Saber, and a whole bunch of other ones. Like, people are constantly recommending me, and feel free to recommend me in the comments. Tell me what your favorite one is. I feel like a lot of people are just recommending me the ones they watch first, which is fine. You know, I would probably recommend someone watch Kamen Rider Gav because I watch Gav first. You know, if you want to pop off in the comments and talk about your favorite one, why it's your favorite, I'm totally okay with that. Would love to read those comments. But mostly this is just like an introduction. Hey, here I am sort of video. I don't know if there's going to be a new video next week. The schedule is not going to be steady at all. My first channel comes first and foremost in terms of priorities. And I'm only really making this video because I can kind of do it off the cuff, and as an introduction video, I don't really have expectations for views. This is more just like letting my Dumb Jake audience know, hey, this thing is over here, sort of thing. But yeah, that's all I got for you today, I think. Kamen Rider Gav, Gozuger, some other stuff coming up. I am going to start doing a Kamen Rider night and a Super Sentai night on my Discord server. You can join that by becoming a member on Dumb Jake for $1. If this channel ever becomes monetized, I'll probably open up memberships on here as well to the same server. If you only like Toku and you don't care about Transformer stuff, you can be over here and be a member here. That sort of thing. But if you do want to watch some Super Sentai or Kamen Rider in the near future, probably next month, I'm going to be starting a Kamen Rider / Super Sentai nights. It'd be 2 separate nights. It wouldn't be Kamen Rider and Super Sentai in the same night. And I still haven't decided what show I want to watch for each, but I'll decide that soon, probably today, to be honest. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you if you subscribe to this very empty, not a lot of content right now channel, but I do plan to make content for it. So see you guys when that happens. Ciao.